So in the universe mode, if you are starting out and you're thinking, how do I draft somebody? Do I manage to be able to do this in the game? Unfortunately not. And I don't get why this is not a thing. I feel like there's a video every year from what I'm looking at that somebody makes a way to draft. And there's definitely a couple of ways to do it. And what I mean by that, if you're new to the game or new to what a draft is starting your own roster. Say you don't want the normal roster of participants. So for instance, who's on Raw right now? Maybe you'd want Xavier Woods to be in SmackDown. Or if you're creating your own custom shows, there is a website that you can go to. Like I said, there's two ways of doing it. You could either export how many people are actually in this game. So if you wanted to do multiple Undertakers or just one of them, you can obviously pick and write down every name. And what you do from there is use like a random number generator, and you could just pull the numbers out the hat, randomly generate the numbers, and then you can just keep going. Number one show gets the first number, number two show gets the second, and if you're doing three, the number three gets the third number. And you could just keep going like that until you have all participants. Or you can do something online. If you go to this website, which is LOL Wrestling, all you have to do is type in on Google WWE 2k draft, and it's the first one. So from this, it looks like it's been around for quite a while because you've got 19. For some reason, they stopped 20 and 21, or they've just kicked it off the servers. You've got 22, 23, and also 24. There is two different ways that you can draft with this. You've got the quick auto draft method, or you've got the interactive. So this is settings that you can kind of bring on the whole thing. So you can obviously add a show, you can add multiple shows, and you can kind of pick. You can obviously then disinclude people. So if you don't want the deluxe edition or only the deluxe edition, you can obviously put that in. And again, you could use potentially the number generator here, put how many numbers are in, and then you could just generate from there. But if you wanted to do the quick way, which I think is probably everybody's preferred method, you basically have just a quick summary. So for instance, say if I am trying to do the free shows, maybe it's not quite NXT, but you've done something like an ECW or an AEW there. Obviously then you want to go per show. So for instance, say if I'm looking at a 90 roster, then you can obviously have 30 in there. You've got draft wrestlers with these tags. So then obviously I've got male, manager, female, deluxe edition. So if you wanted just the standard format, then obviously just going for them three. If you wanted the WrestleMania editions, then you can obviously do that as well. You can obviously exclude these as well if you really wanted to. So say if I'm just doing the male part first and then I'll do the female, you can obviously exclude them that way. Once I've clicked draft, as you'll see here, we have got all of the people here that are in the shows. I think you've also got these people that can be in or can be inputted in there as well. It all depends on what you want to do. So as I click from side to side, you can see, or you can add extra people, or you could take them away. Say if you didn't realize there's 2 Triple H's in there, you can obviously get rid of them and then do it that way. All you do from there is then copy that sheet and just change your participants. So for instance, with Raw, all I do from here is just unselect everybody, and then once you've done that, I'd obviously save, and then I'd just go one by one and pick who's actually in this. Once then you've clicked save, you then have your your two or three participants, your roster already done. The one thing that you'll need to make sure that you are doing as well, you could do this with a generator also, is pick new champions or pick new belts and obviously have them done. You could even try to take them away and then maybe have a battle royale to start your show off. And also you will need to do the divisions again. So make sure that once you've obviously taken everybody out, putting everybody back in, make sure that if you check the other slot that there's nobody here, because otherwise they wouldn't be booked for slots either. So that's the way that you can draft. Very quick, very easy.